One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Ducks will kick it away first. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 39 after a good return on that one. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Brown has it. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
Let's take a second about Arizona State. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Arizona State.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass, it's Levin. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
If I'm a play caller right here, I'm a little bit frustrated. And I say that because I can't take a sack here. A sack might take 3 off the board for me. I gotta understand the situation. I gotta get the ball out, try to make a play, but most importantly, don't make a negative play.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that 4th down.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end of the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Nestled just inside that right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Receiver comes in motion. On the ground, it's Davison. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. Moore to the air. Got the quick pass. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Got it, looking for the 1st down. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still right. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on 3rd down. That was a completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your second drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible, and getting that completion on 3rd down was big.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He might want another play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Takes a hit as he fires.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The Ducks need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the middle. He's got it. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Goes to the option. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Moore will throw. Looking for the score. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
The give on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Dropping back, it's Levin. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Casper. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter.
Oregon 7, Arizona State 3.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Rides to back on the option to give. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here comes the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Slithers into space. Turning it on. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
That's a backbreaker for the defense, too, because it looked like they were doing everything right, trying to defend the option there on third down. Dive man, no go. Quarterback can't keep it. It was the pitch guy they just couldn't get to in time. He's barely able to pick up the first, and now the defense has to face another first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
And the Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Moore to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Davison. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving a ball in the backfield.
Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Tight end now in motion. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run the option. Touchdown, Oregon! Great job by the back on the option. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Takes it inside the 25. Chance for great field position. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Back to throw, it's Levin. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And he doesn't field it cleanly, it's loose.
And that's got to be a big-time brain because when you're a punt returner and you got all those guys flying down there and all those hands and all that speed on the field, it's hard to get back on the football. Nice job fumbling it. Not really, obviously, but a nice job recovering it.
No rush. They have some time here late in the half. Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. And I think they'll mark him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't help much with the breathing room, but on the upside, they avoided the safety. So now it's 2nd and long. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Grabbed in the middle, it's Casper. Great reaction by this defense, immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. Moore will throw. That's caught, it's Moore. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Oh, he's got some space. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's low. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Now the pitch. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
The Ducks are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Moore to the air. Working that wide receiver screen. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Gonna let it fly, and the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Davison. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Got it in the middle. It's Casper. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On the option. The pitch. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Ducks need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. They're testing the right side here. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's fourth down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sun Devils will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Motion from the back. Moore will throw. The screen, and watch out.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wide receiver. Gonna sling it on second down. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation, picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Here's a heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on second and long. Defense showing blitz here. Second down, he'll throw it. Picked off. A turnover in their own end.
What a beautiful sight. Not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Rides to back and leaves it. Touchdown, Oregon! And the stomping has commenced. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Dropping back. It's Levin. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint.
Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. To the air on first down. Got a man, it's Brown. Plows through the defense. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design, it's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break.
Gets away from one, he's got space. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Arizona State! Once he got some room, it was over. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Colorado. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This drive will open from the 15. Sends it back in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Moore to the air. Punch it out of the air. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The offense changing the play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, defenders have to really understand body positioning and where the football's coming from. And great job understanding that, getting in the way of the route, knocking the ball down, batting it away, making a good play for that defense.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Trying to do it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find someone.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. And the Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry up. Gets the back moving. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Getting set for the point after. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And some room to work. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
And the Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He leaves it with his back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? On the option. Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out and the defense does a really good job playing assignment football. Man on a man, I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell. Had the running back taken care of, too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back. Offense gets set for 2nd down. To the air. It's Levin. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Almost popped free on the screen, but he stopped short of the line to gain. It's 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This field goal would make it a one-possession game, and the crowd trying to get in this guy's head. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the 1st down. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On the run, it's Davison.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the 4th quarter now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Might be changing the route. Moore will throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The Ducks are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. He's looking downfield to throw. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Going right to work up top. He's going up top. Makes a grab down the middle. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. The Sun Devils want to crank the tempo.
Well, that is a Herculean effort. He caught the ball in the middle of the field and somehow was able to use his speed and his vision and awareness and still get out of bounds to stop the clock.
And they can't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Throws to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. To the air, it's Levitt. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Yeah, and I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. Now on the option. He'll toss it. He's not going to make it in as this defense comes up with the stop on the two-point conversion to hold on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Look, let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. They'll send the back in motion. Moore to the air. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quarterback making checks. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davison. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. With the catch, it's Moore. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And the Ducks inside the final minute trying to protect the lead and the ball. From the gun, running back gets to give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments they can jump up and bite you.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.